So could Newcastle United be about to spring something of a surprise at Liverpool in their next fixture? Eddie Howe talking about the prospect of two players coming back, potentially Sven Botman, who's said to be very close after a knee injury that's kept him out of 3 or 4 matches, and Newcastle have conceded 10 Premier League goals in that time without him. And Joe Linton also described as very close for this game. Eddie Howe discussing how Newcastle have lacked the physicality, they've lacked his presence from defending set pieces, and they'll be really hopeful of getting him back for this game, and it will be a massive boost, it has to be said. And the third player Eddie Howe discussed in there in terms of fitness was Sandro Tonali, who missed that game from the start against Nottingham Forest, but came on in a cameo role at the end after a hamstring injury, but apparently he's been past fit according to Eddie Howe. So all 3 players could be in with a chance of some involvement at Liverpool. Newcastle need it, obviously they haven't won a Premier League game at Anfield since 1994. It's been a long time. It is genuinely one of the tough grounds for Newcastle to go to down the years, even tougher against the league leaders. Arne Slot doing a great job there at Liverpool, pushing for 3 trophies this season. So Newcastle United know they're going to be up against it, and they're going to need probably their A team back in for this match. Hopefully Newcastle can at least put in that performance. They need to be better than they were towards the end against Nottingham Forest. But this match offers Newcastle an opportunity. It offers them a very close look at Liverpool out of that Carabao Cup final, but ultimately the chance to stay in the race for those Champions League places. And speaking of that trip to Anfield, Eddie Howe in his press conference today saying Newcastle need to be close to perfect to win this game. And yeah, I don't think there's any arguments about that. Liverpool, unbelievable this season. There's no doubt about it. They're closing in on the title, and if Newcastle aren't close to the level they need to be, then they will lose this game. There's no doubt about it. There's no big, brave predictions there from me, because Liverpool have been, close to perfect in a lot of games this season. Maybe not of late, and Newcastle definitely not of late. Conceding 3 goals at home to Nottingham Forest at the weekend was a little red flag, really, especially when Newcastle finished the game. But look, they got through it. They go to Anfield in good spirits. I think it's going to be a thrilling game. I think there's going to be plenty of goals from both sides. I think Newcastle have a chance. I'm not going to write them off. I think that they're going to have to really look at this as, almost as big as the cup final, as big as the Carabao Cup final, going to Anfield and really trying to put on their A game. It's going to be absolutely vital. I think Liverpool have shown that whatever formation they play, they can be dangerous. I'm not going to go through all the threats of Liverpool, because every single player is a threat, and Newcastle need to play to their own strengths. And I think if Botman's fit, then he has to play for me. Even if he's 80% fit, he plays. Same with Joe Linton, comes back in the midfield. Physicality, if Eddie Howe can get his preferred midfield 3 of Sandro, Joe Linton and Bruno in there, then I think he'll play that if he can, if he gets the green light from the people above him. But I think ultimately, defensively as well, there'll have to be changes if Botman is fit. Do you go with 5 at the back like they did against Arsenal, or do you get that natural balance and go with Shaw on the right and Botman on the left? I think that's definitely going to be an option. But look, whatever way you look at it, going to Anfield, always very tough. And I think Newcastle fans know that. They don't need to be told that. It's, 1994 was the last time Newcastle won a Premier League game here. There's been too many heavy defeats down the years. Newcastle have competed under Howe when they've gone there, but it just hasn't been enough. And you need 110% going into this game. So tough game, one I'm looking forward to. Atmosphere should be unbelievable. Liverpool are on the brink of the title. That'll bring something with it as well. Maybe it's a bit of nerves, who knows. But ultimately for Newcastle, they need to stay on track. Champions League has to be the big aim this season. Of course, there's the Cups, but they've got to stay in touch for that top 5 race. And this is going to be an acid test to do that.